Listen, what this debate is about is a fulfilling of the mandate, the election of Donald Trump, furthering the American First agenda. And what John Thune and John Cornyn represent are an extension of Mitch McConnell. Okay. They represent more of the same. And so to me, this is less about the people, John Thune, John Cornyn, and Rick Scott, and more about a decision that is emblematic and reflective of the seriousness with which they want to approach this referendum and this America First agenda. You see, the American people, and if this chat is any indication, do not want an extension of Mitch McConnell as a leader in the Senate. For example, listen to this. Listen to this quote as it pertains to January 6th. This is Senator Thune. Kimberly and I are heartbroken to learn that a U.S. Capitol police officer has died heroically defending the Capitol against despicable violence. We're praying for the officer's family and for all the members of the Capitol Police who are mourning the loss of their fellow officer. Folks, no officers died during January 6th. The last thing that we need is a Republican in power who falls for every dipshit leftist hoax in the world. We don't need that. Here's John Cornyn on Trump.
From U.S. Senator John Cornyn out of Texas, the Republican says former President Donald Trump can't win the 2024 general election for president. He also says the GOP needs to find a candidate who actually can. This is all in a call with Texas reporters. Cornyn saying, I think President Trump's time has passed him by. And he adds, I don't think President Trump understands that when you run in a general election, you've got to appeal to voters beyond your base. Now, Trump kicked off his presidential campaign.
Oh, God. Okay, here's Cornyn and Thune. You guessed it, going after Trump.
Let me ask you before we go ever so briefly to summarize Capitol Hill response, so far as you've been able to gather it, to the civil verdict in Manhattan today against former President Trump.
Civil verdict, meaning the E. Jean Carroll verdict. So this is John Thune, and this is John Cornyn's reaction to that, and listen to what their first instinct is.
Reactions worth noting from Senate Republican leadership. John Cornyn of Texas told CBS News he simply doesn't think Donald Trump can get elected president. Quite a statement from Senator Cornyn. John Thune of South Dakota says America is going to have to decide whether it wants to deal with, quote, all the drama after this verdict and the other investigations. Not exactly a robust endorsement from top Senate Republicans.
Yeah, but so you see, if you don't like President Trump and you can't see through all this political persecution and the bullshit that's been thrown at him, we don't like these. Look, they're willing to say this publicly. If they're willing to say this publicly, what are they willing to do behind closed doors? Do you think that these people, Thune and Cornyn, would be, open to a full implementation of the America First agenda, or you think they do everything they could to stifle it? I happen to think that Thune and Cornyn would do everything that they could to stifle an America First agenda. We got 4 years and we cannot afford to F around. Now, here's Rick Scott. Again, no candidate is perfect, especially when it comes to being a leader in a GOP governing body. I don't wish that on anybody. It's very, very difficult. Within 6 months, I don't care who it is, that guy or gal is getting called a rhino. Bank on that. Our party is tough on our leaders, and we should be, but we're tough on our leaders. But here's Rick Scott talking about what his time as Senate Majority Leader will look like should he get the nod.
Here's what I bring to the table. I clearly believe in the Trump agenda, number one. I'm a business guy that had success doing exactly what we need to do in the Senate. We need to have a plan. We need to work a plan. We need to have a team. We need to measure ourselves. If we want to get all the nominees done, we've got to figure out a plan to get it done. If we want to get a balanced budget, we got to start today to get a balanced budget. If we want to get the border secure, if we want to get whatever policies we have to get through Congress, we have to have a plan, just like what you do in business. I ran a company with 285,000 employees. We had a written plan for everything to get it done. My colleagues have told me they want change. They want to be treated as equal. They want to be part of a team. They want to have an agenda. They want to have a great relationship with the House. They know I have a great relationship with Speaker Mike Johnson. So I'm very optimistic that I'm going to win because I'm representing Trump's agenda and what my colleagues want.
Listen, that last part's the most important. I'm representing Trump's agenda. I listen, that's important. That's very, very, very important because the American people did not put forth did not vote for a Thune agenda. They did not vote for a Cornyn agenda. They did not vote for an establishment Republican agenda. They voted for a Trump agenda. So it's very important in this very first vote for senators to recognize that. They work for the people, period, full stop. That's it.